There, are we live? Let's check to see if we're live. Hold on just a moment while I bring down the voice. What's going on, you guys? It is your boy, the American F1 fan, Eric Ringle here. The American F1 fan, Eric Ringle. What's going on, you guys? We're back. F1 is back, everyone. I cannot believe it. F1 is back from the summer break, and we're here with the Dutch Grand Prix as we do almost every single race weekend. We we don't live stream. We live react to Formula One races. Excuse me, as we'll let people join in here. So I hope everybody's doing well. F1 has had lots and lots of news throughout the summer break. Carlos Sainz is with Williams. F1 is coming down with hammers on all content creators, except for me, apparently. Apparently, I'm not one of them. Maybe I'll do a separate video about that here soon. But yeah, so a lot of news. Like I said, Carlos Sainz to Williams. Jack Doohan is now the second driver at Alpine. And holy crap, that crowd. That is ridiculous. That is amazing. Sorry, I just happened to look up. But yeah, so I mean, just tons of news over the summer break, and now we're back. It's finally we're getting back to racing. What's funny is we call this a summer break. It's a 3-week break, but if I remember reading the schedule correctly, I believe we have another 4-week break coming up here relatively soon as well, which is kind of funny to me. But anyways, so make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We do, like I said, we do this every race weekend, where we live react to the race. We'll keep doing it for the foreseeable future until F1 decides that they don't like my content. Excuse me. Oh, man. Also, let me know in the comment section down below where you guys are watching from. And you guys can support the channel. You guys can send a super chat, or if you guys look in the description, you guys can donate through Cash App there as well. So that would definitely help support the channel. We're back to being a Formula One channel. We are going to cover Formula One and everything about Formula One. I put out a video earlier this week. If you guys want to check, or not earlier this week, late last week, about the channel moving forward. And so, if you guys want to hear kind of what my thought process is there, you can go check that out. So let's talk about the Dutch Grand Prix. Qualifying was absolutely amazing yesterday. It was extremely close, all throughout the field, except for the Saubers. The Saubers were way off pace, especially Guan Yu Zhou. He was way off pace, but I mean, the top 15 in Q1 was literally separated by less than a second, which was absolutely ridiculous. And then you had, even into Q2, it was separated by, I think it was a little over half a second separated the top 10. And then it was a great end to qualifying yesterday where Lando Norris put it on pole position. You got Max Verstappen starting next to him, Oscar Piastri in third. It was supposed to be, I'm sorry. It's George Russell in fourth. Put in a great lap there towards the end. Perez would have been starting second row, but he ended up getting beat out by George Russell. But Perez does start from fifth. Charles Leclerc 6th, Alonso 7th, Stroll 8th, Gasly 9th, Sainz 10th, Tsunoda 11th, 12th, Hulkenberg. So the qualifying results are a little bit off because Albon was disqualified from qualifying yesterday for having an illegal floor. So he got disqualified. So now he's starting from 19th. He qualified way up there, which was really good for him. So then this is the fixed order, and this will also include Hamilton's penalty. Hamilton unfairly, I think, if you were watching qualifying, Hamilton unfairly got hit with a impeding during qualifying yesterday, impeding Sergio Perez in Q1. Gets hit with a 3-place grid penalty. If you were watching qualifying yesterday, I really don't understand where Hamilton was expected to go when it came to, trying to stay out of Sergio Perez's way. Sergio Perez, and I feel like this is all of Formula One, where, as soon as one of the drivers complains about anything, all of a sudden, they make sure that they fit right along in and give the penalty for that complaint that they've put in. Every once in a while, they'll kind of not listen to a complaint, but I just didn't think Sergio Perez got hindered in his qualifying lap. There was nothing that Hamilton could do to stay out of his way unless he just comes to a complete stop, which then, that causes all sorts of other issues if he were to come to a complete stop or had gone into the gravel. So it was just kind of a weird penalty to hand out. Now, we all understand the Albon penalty, having an illegal floor, absolutely deserved the penalty, but Hamilton's penalty dropped him down to 14th. Was going to be starting 11th, but now dropped down to 14th. You got Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, and Ricciardo, all the beneficiaries of that penalty. Magnussen, I think, was close to there, but overnight, Magnussen had to change the battery in his car. So obviously, changes under parc fermé conditions. He's going to be starting from pit lane today. Have no idea as far as tires and what everybody's going to be starting on it. There is a 65% chance of rain in the area, which, with the race being in the Netherlands, it's a definite that rain could come up and really surprise us. So it would not be surprising in the least to see rain during this race. We saw it last year where these skies absolutely opened up, and it created a chaotic race last year. But I think as Formula One fans, I think we're kind of hoping for the same this year, to see another kind of chaotic Dutch Grand Prix. It would be, I think it would be really interesting to see another, have weather thrown in and just to see how everybody deals with it. Excuse me. So, also shout out to Chris. He's the guy that puts together all the reactions from our race reactions. He puts out a really great video. I'll actually put a link in his description. You can go back and see he puts together a compilation video. I don't know how he's gonna do it now, but he puts out he collects all the reactions of all the YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and whatnot. So he puts out a really great video week after week during the season of just our reactions to certain parts in the race. So I'll put a link down in the description so you can go check him out, because he has definitely helped me out quite a bit. With putting my reactions in his videos. So, and I'm a little YouTuber, 700 subscribers. trying to get to 1,000. So if you guys can help me out, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here. As we are now 5 minutes away from formation lap. All right, let's go. Let's check Twitter here real quick. Make sure there's no last minute breaking news to cover before the race begins. Nothing showing online of any last minute breaking news. Ooh, very windy today, apparently, from what Crofty has said. So that'll be another interesting thought process. It looks like they're trying to say that it's going to be dry for this race, as they're only showing the dry compounded tires. But I'm looking. Yeah, I'm looking and it says 66% chance of rain. I'm surprised they're letting Logan Sargent race after that crash in free practice 3 yesterday. He absolutely demolished that car. Like, it was bad. So they're just running down the grid. Okay, so we've got everybody's tire selections. So top 10, everybody in the top 10's on mediums. Yuki Tsunoda's starting on a set of softs. Hulkenberg and Ricciardo are starting mediums. Hamilton's starting on softs. Ocon mediums. Bottas softs. Zhou, Sargent, Albon mediums. And then Magnussen is starting on hards. So this is very, very interesting. Trying to see what the temperature is. Not extremely warm there. So I'll be really interested to see if these hard compounded tires will do the trick for Magnussen. Because everybody else will be on much faster tires. But really, we don't know how all these different, all these different compounds are going to react today, because it was a lot of wet running all throughout free practice. And then in qualifying, you had, you basically in qualifying, you only use the soft. So the other compounds have rarely gotten used throughout this race weekend, so it'll be really interesting to see how those tires will react today. Even Crofty was like, he's starting on the hards? Okay, so all the cars are started up. And they're off for the formation lap. Psychologically, no, he just... Brundle, I love you to death, but bro, calm down. So two different strategies at play today that Pirelli's putting out there. You've got a medium to hard, 30 laps on the mediums, hards to 42, and then the other one is a soft, medium, soft. So there's either a one or a two stop. I would probably even throw in there with Magnussen starting on the hards. You could do hards to softs. And skipping out the medium. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of people veer off this strategy, maybe go medium, soft, soft, if they have any, decently non-used set of softs. You could definitely see that. I gotta be very careful with how high my volume is on the TV, because my microphone will pick it up from time to time. So Verstappen's won the 3 times that we've returned here to the Netherlands. He's won in 2021, 22, and 23. Is it going to be more of the same for Max Verstappen today, or is Lando Norris and McLaren fully back and ready to take the fight to Red Bull? Let's see. They are lining up onto the grid now, just getting into the last little bits of warming up of those tires before we get started. What kind of chaos will Formula One bring us today? Hit that like button for the return of Formula One and the Dutch Grand Prix. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Support me if you guys can. Super chat me, and I will read those super chats on air. Here we go. We are lining up on the grid. They are all getting lined up. Man, they are really slow to get to the grid right now. As the last couple cars make it to the grid now. Man, sitting there a long time. And now the thing is this is not a track that it's not extremely hot right now, so I can, All right, and now we're all set up. Albon's the last one to the grid. 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 red lights, and they're out and we're underway. Oh, great start by Max. Great start by Max. Gets up into the lead. He just was a lightning bolt off the line. Piastri trying to go to the inside of George Russell into that. Yeah, Piastri took a weird line, and now Leclerc is all over his back end. Where's Gasly? Oh, Gasly's up to 7th. Holy. Lewis Hamilton and Daniel Ricciardo fighting through there. As we are through lap 1, and Norris is just outside of a second, so he may have already lost DRS. Wow, nice fight there between Alonso and Gasly there. Alonso was trying to go for it. Yeah, that's such a weird... That banking in turn 3 is into turn 4 is just so weird. It's not they try to set up potentially going low, and it's just not working out for. It didn't work out for Piastri, and it didn't work out for Alonso there. As now Hulkenberg's right on the back end of Stroll. Oh, nice move, Hamilton, around right on the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Nice move there by Hamilton. Man, Magnussen's already up into 19th. He's around Guan Yu Zhou already. He caught up to the field. That was weird. The timing screen showed Magnussen ahead, but he's not. He's still 5 seconds back. Yeah, Max has already got out to about almost a second and a half lead. Russell's about a second behind Norris. Piastri's right on Russell's tail here, though. Come on, Sergio. You got to do something this weekend. You've got it. You've got to start carrying your weight. Yeah, Gasly's already dropped almost 2 seconds behind Perez. Man, everybody's got DRS just about, except for like Gasly, Bottas, like all of them. There is a big gap forming. 7th place, like literally. You've got a second between just about each and every driver now. Leclerc going a little deep there into turn 1. Yeah, you could tell Norris spun his tires there on the start. Norris spun his tires and they got the same reaction. So, based on that, they should have been able to. Norris should have been able to keep the lead, but Verstappen was able to get up to 200 kph much quicker than Norris. Yeah, Norris with just another horrible start there. Norris has got to work on his starts. I think if there's one Achilles heel for McLaren and for Lando Norris, it is his race starts are so shaky at times. Like there are just times his starts are so god awful. As they show a great start there by Gasly. Gasly had a really good start there. Leclerc made up one spot there, Crofty. It's not like he made up like 5 spots and he's up to second now. He made up one spot to get up to 5th. Whoa, Kevin. Oh, that's why. Okay, so Kevin was ahead of Guan Yu Zhou and then went straight on at turn 1. That's why. Okay. That now makes a lot more sense as to why he dropped it. Verstappen radio. Yep, top 2 have broken out. There's now 2 seconds between Russell and Norris. Hulkenberg doing a really good job keeping Hamilton behind. Hamilton really needed to get ahead of Hulkenberg quickly, and he just wasn't able to do it. Sainz is now around Alonso. I think it's going to make sense for a lot of the folks behind Verstappen right now because Verstappen's probably putting more wear on his tires than anybody. You're probably going to see Norris, Russell, Piastri. I'll try to go a little bit longer on this set of mediums. Who are we racing? Do you think it's just Max? Man, Carlos caught up to Gasly quick. Yeah, Gasly. Sainz is starting to chase Gasly down. I think this is all but academic here very soon. Nice move to the outside into turn 1 by Carlos Sainz there on Fernando. Really nice move there. You could tell the Ferrari had a little bit more grip going into that corner than Alonso did. Hamilton finally got around Hulkenberg there. Took him a long time to get around Hulkenberg, though. That was probably a lot longer than he needed that to be. Looking through timing screen right now, Magnussen's up to 19th, catching up to Sargent. Formula One. What Formula One action are we seeing, Crofty? We're seeing 20 drivers go around right now because there's such a space between everybody right now. Norris is here comes Sainz on Gasly. Through the inside. Almost contact. Gasly, look at Gasly. Hold on to this. Oh, nice job, Sainz. Great pass on Gasly there. Great fight. Great equal fight right there between those two. But Sainz gets the best of him, and now Sainz can start pulling away from Gasly. Gasly waited a little bit late there to make his one move. Yeah, great move. Showing that great move by Sainz there. Hulkenberg, you've got to stay with Hamilton because Hamilton's chasing down Stroll. Stroll seems a little bit slow. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's not a lot is now. Everybody's really spaced out now, except for like from 9th all the way down to 13th. 9 to 13th are all within a second of each other. But like Leclerc's within a second of Piastri. Perez has kind of dropped back of Leclerc. Norris starting to cut down his time to Verstappen. It's now almost under a second. Albon into the pits on lap 12. He's going to a set of hards. He's going to take those hards to the end. Man, he's going to go 59 laps on those hards. That's going to be a mighty big ask from Albon there. Norris on the radio. Probably plan A. Plan B might be a way to beat Max. Yeah, I think the pace is strong. Yeah, Norris is now within a second. He didn't get DRS this lap, but Norris is now within a second of Verstappen. Hamilton around Stroll. Good job by Hamilton here. He's starting to make moves. Hamilton's making some daring moves here at times, I will say. Car doesn't turn at all in turn 10 for Max. This camera angle from Norris is it's cool, but it's kind of nauseating at times because it's just this weird. The camera just turns. Oh, it's a cool camera angle. It's just it kind of be stomach turning at times. Especially when you go through like an S section there that had so much banking like it did. Yeah, Hamilton, great move to the inside of Stroll there. Stroll really didn't put up a fight. Is now we got guys coming into the pits. Hulkenberg, Tsunoda both into the pits, probably to cover off Albon's pit. Max is doing a good job of just like keeping that keeping the interval at about a second. Keeps it just above a second into the DRS zones, but then lets it get to with under a second. Hamilton to the inside of Alonso for 9th. And he's able to make the move, so Hamilton up to 9th now. Bottas into the pits now. A lot of folks pitting a little bit earlier than was expected. Fastest lap to Albon now for a little while at least. Tsunoda went to a set of mediums, so he's looking to do a 2-stopper. As now Norris was... Oh, here comes Norris! Had to go to the outside. Max... Oh, but he's going to switch him. He's going to... Oh... My tires are just numb. They don't grip. Is Verstappen's tires are already gone? Wow. Here we go. We're going to see another run from Lando here. Here we go. Lando's got DRS. Oh, Max and Lando up into the lead. Although no, Verstappen trying to hold it. Lando into the lead, though. Great job by Lando there. Lando's already pulled a half a second on Max after that pass. Looks like Max's tires are gone. After coming out of turn one there, he kind of, the back end wanted to get kind of squirrely. Yep. Just coming off of turn two there, you could tell the car was not completely. Norris, what's the plan from here? Lando, how are the tires? I think okay, mate. They feel pretty reasonable. So, reasonable. I'm consistent. So Lando, just think plan A. He might try the undercut, but that's cool. Okay, so that's coming from McLaren on the pit wall to Norris. Hulkenberg now around Joe. Joe's into the pits. That's why. Man, he gets up so close. Going into turn one, he was just outside of a second. That DRS is extremely powerful. The wind has picked up, Lando. It seems like the wind has picked up quite a bit. As I'm looking at wind gauge there. Yep, Lando broke DRS to Verstappen. Great job by Lando there to break DRS. As now Hamilton has DRS on Gasly. Oh, I thought Hamilton was going to go for it there. Oh, no. Gasly ran a little wide going into turn two there. Okay, so brakes are okay for Lando. It was just the wind. Man, Lando is flying. He's now opened up almost a 2-second gap on Verstappen. Seems like the hard compounded tires is the tire to be on. They're lasting a long time as Magnussen's still on his hards. He's now caught up to Ocon. I would be really interested to know as Magnussen gets around Ocon there and Hulkenberg gets around Sargent. I'd be really interested to hear the radios coming from Magnussen, who started on the hards to begin with, to see how well those tires are holding up. See something here. Excuse me. And Lewis Hamilton finally gets around Gasly. Maybe not. Maybe. Nope. Oh, got really close to the back tire of Gasly there. But Gasly holding on. I'll give Gasly a lot of credit. Really running well today. As Sargent's into the pits now. Piastri is under pressure from Leclerc. Verstappen's radio. I can't go faster. The car doesn't respond to my inputs. Hamilton's into the pits. He went to a set of hards. Yeah, Hamilton got really undercut there by Hulkenberg and Tsunoda. Here comes Leclerc into the pits. Going to try to undercut Piastri, see if he can onto a set of hards. Gets out just ahead of Stroll. Russell's being told to box, so that's going to cover off Piastri and Leclerc as well. Man, Verstappen dropped way off the pace. He must be trying to save tires here at this point. As Russell's now into the pits. I'm really surprised Piastri didn't pit here. Oh, having a... Onto the hard compounded tire. He'll drop behind. Ooh, he'll drop behind Leclerc and Alonso. Man. Piastri radio. Couldn't hear what the radio said there. Piastri's going to come out. If Piastri pits now, he's going to come out almost a second behind Leclerc. Russell gets around Alonso. I wonder how much longer Alonso and all them will stay on those tires. Charles barely needed DRS on that to get around Alonso there. Had a hard time getting that right side tire off. And that's why I think he was stationary for a little while longer. So now Hamilton gets around Ocon. Verstappen coming into the pits. He's dropped almost 6 seconds back of Lando. Gonna try to undercut Lando here now. So weird that we now talk about Verstappen trying to undercut somebody. Verstappen dropped all the way back to 5th after after that pit stop. Looks like Piastri or Norris is coming in here. It is Norris. Norris is into the pits now. So Piastri will get the lead. Not horrible. Brakes are smoking. Looks like he'll come out ahead, though, of Verstappen. Oh, yeah. Comes out way ahead of Verstappen there. Almost 6 seconds ahead of Verstappen after that pit stop. Verstappen just did not use that lap to gain on Norris at all. Hamilton's flying on these hards. I'm telling you, these hard compounded tires are the tires to be on right now, it seems like. Even the older ones seem to be having a lot better time holding up. I'm going to use the restroom here real quick while we're kind of going through pit stops. So hold on just a moment, and I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Oh, man. Missed some pit stops there. Alonso being told to pit. Man, Tsunoda dropped way back of Hulkenberg. He was within a second at a time, and now he's not. Hulkenberg now around Magnussen. I'm sure they're probably going to let him use his fresher hards to gain an advantage there. Alonso dropped all the way back to 15th after that pit stop. Nice move by Perez there. Perez looking good today so far. Piastri's still out on his mediums right now. Gasly's into the pits. Piastri's being called into the pits. Tsunoda's into the pits as well. Man, Norris has got now a 6.5 second lead on Verstappen as Piastri's coming into the pits. Does he go on to a set of hards here to the end? Yep, set of hards to the end. Is he going to stay ahead of... Nope, he will not stay ahead of Leclerc, but he'll be on fresher tires to the end. Come out in 5th, ahead of Perez. Man. The break. Oh. That's got to be an unsafe release there on Gasly. Because it looked like he was still working on the car when that happened. Man, Verstappen has now dropped 7.5 seconds back. Man, oh man, Norris is flying right now. So only one driver now has not pit yet, and that is Magnussen, who's on hards, who's actually lapping pretty decently right now. Yep, Gasly incident unsafe release is noted. Called that. We've had a little bit of excitement today, not a whole lot though. We had a short little fight for the lead between Norris and Verstappen. Hamilton's been absolutely charging through the field right now. Wind is picking up again some more now coming from the south there at the track. As Ricardo gets around Bottas there for 15th. Not a not gonna lie, not a lot of fights going on out there right now. No further investigation on the unsafe release by Gasly there. A little surprised. I mean, I'm not totally like it's. I could have seen it going both ways. They listed that as Hulkenberg's car. What the hell is wrong with him? That's Ricardo. Ricardo's already pulled 2 seconds on Bottas. Trying to hear exactly what Bernie Collins was saying about the. Ooh, Stroll may have sped in pit lane. He's been noted for potentially speeding in pit lane. That'll be a penalty. Usually, when they note that, they've already gathered the information that he's sped under pit lane or sped in the pit lane. So that's under investigation now. God, Norris has opened up almost a 10-second lead now on Verstappen. It's so amazing when you see the McLarens out in open air with nothing in front of them. They're just so much faster than the Red Bulls right now. Piastri chasing down Russell here within seven tenths of a second. 5-second time penalty. Oh, he couldn't get it slowed down in time. 5-second time penalty for Lance Stroll for speeding in the pit lane. So if Stroll does not pit again, he will have a 5-second penalty. As now Piastri is right on the back end of Russell. He should be able to make the move on the front stretch. Piastri to the outside, gets by Russell. Great job. Great move by Piastri there. Jesus Christ, Magnussen got absolutely swallowed up by those four other cars. I don't understand why they didn't pit Magnussen there. I don't understand. Yeah, CT, yeah, Red Bull has been saying they've reached the limit. It's amazing that McLaren has been able to still pump out upgrades and really been able to improve that car so much more so far this season. Like it's amazing to me that they've been able to do that. David Croft just saying it looked like the Indianapolis 500. What's dangerous? This is racing there, bro. What the hell is Alex? I love you, bro, but you need to calm down there. So Magnussen's now going to be on the faster tire. He's going to be on the mediums the rest of the way, the last 30 laps. I guess Magnussen did his job. I'm guessing that they wanted Magnussen to hold up everybody from like 10th on back as long as he could. CT Albon is the old lady who drives 50 in the middle lane and complains about getting passed on the right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like Albon just it's so weird the things that he finds to complain about. Like there was like what do you want Magnussen to do? Do you just want Magnussen just to let you by just because? Like I don't understand why he was complaining about it. Magnussen's trying to hold position as long as he could. Like what more do you want? Magnussen's already cut almost 2 seconds on Sonoda. He's gonna catch up to that group here fairly shortly. Sainz about 2/10 quicker than Perez that last lap. Magnussen is holy crap! Is Magnussen flying? He's literally cut almost 2 seconds on Sonoda just in this lap. It was 8.1. It's now down to almost 6.1. He is flying. Esteban getting around Valtteri there, getting ready to go into turn one. Bottas into the pits. Sainz finally around. Oh, no. Sorry. Sainz is still chasing down Perez, but now Piastri's chasing down Leclerc for that final podium position. Verstappen now 11, almost 12 seconds behind Norris as of right now. Norris on the radio. Gap to Verstappen is 10 seconds under safety car. I think we would take it for a medium. Come out behind him, and then you would pass him. Happy? Just letting him know, basically, if a safety car were to come out, they'd go ahead and pit him onto a set of mediums. Sainz gonna go around the outside of Perez here. Perez just able to hold it there. Great job of defending by Sergio there. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of cars making one more stop. You've got Albon, who's on 33 lap old hards. You've got Hulkenberg on 31 lap old hards. Hamilton's 22 laps old on hards. Sargent's 23 laps old. I think you're going to see potentially a lot of pit stops because you may see a lot of pit stops. We've still got 25 laps, 26 laps to go. Oh, Sainz goes to the outside of Perez. Wow, that looked a little sketchy there for a moment. Man, oh man, Sergio moved last minute to the inside to block the move. But a nice move by Sainz there to get around him. As Sainz is holding fastest lap right now. Magnussen's now caught up to the back, just about to the back of Tsunoda. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of... Yeah, the hards aren't going to make it fit. I didn't think so. There were a lot of folks that pitted really early. You've still got 24 laps to go, 25 laps to go. You're asking Sargent to go 49. What the heck's happened? Tsunoda's dropped a bunch of spots here all of a sudden. Did Tsunoda pit? Seems like Tsunoda either pit or... Or it was just weird. Oh, him and Sargent are fighting. That's why. And that's brought Magnussen back into this. Yeah, you're basically asking a lot of guys to go 47, 44, 46, 58. Like, I just, a lot of these guys that are on hards right now that are over 20 laps old, you're asking a lot out of them. Ooh, Piastri going a little wide there. Hamilton, yeah, here we go. We're going to start seeing pit stops here, but I don't think he's going to lose a spot to Hulkenberg here. He can pit and I think doesn't lose a spot. Yep, Hamilton goes to a set of softs. Yeah, Hamilton already pit from the hard tires. He was on 25 lap old hards, so he was going to be pushing 50 laps on those hards. Ooh, somebody's going on to softs here from... Is it Perez maybe? Because Perez has got a pit stop lead on Hamilton? Oh man, Magnussen had to drop back because of the stupid blue flags. Ah, damn it. He just lost every bit of progress he made up to Tsunoda. Kind of not. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of need a safety car here soon. Otherwise, this race has gotten really out of hand and really boring. Although we're gonna see a good fight here between Leclerc. Oh, finally! Wind hasn't picked up quite as much as what Hamilton's talking about. It's still out of the south at about 4.5, but it doesn't look like we're going to get any rain either for the last 20 laps or 21 laps. Come on, Magnussen, you've got to get around these guys. They're on much slower tires, on much older tires than you're on. This should not, like, so with the win, if Norris holds on for the win, he'll be now 71 points behind Verstappen with the rest of the season to go, as they showed the points live. Joe into the pits. Is he retiring the car again? Nope. Not retiring the car. Joe's just trundling along at the back. He's onto a set of softs. I truly think Sauber needs to go ahead and get rid of Joe now and move back to try to get Theo Porcher in there and see what they've got with Theo. Sainz is chasing down Russell now. Gonna get more blue flags for Magnussen, Tsunoda, and Sargent here. Ooh, they're gonna. Oh, they're boxing Russell. Russell was on 29 lap old hards. He's pitting to the end. Onto a used set of softs, though. "15-second lead for Lando Norris. My God. Albon into the pits. I'm telling you, yeah, he was on 41, 42 lap old hard compound of tires. There was no way those were onto another set of mediums. Must not have had any more softs to go. 16 laps to go. Man, Hulkenberg would make his go 56 if he's to hold on here. Although Gasly's now within 3 seconds of Hulkenberg with 16 laps to go. They just asked Piastri how the tire is. He goes, not amazing, but it'll make it to the end. Can Piastri chase Leclerc down? I think he had his one opportunity and just wasn't able to do it. We're now 15 laps to go. Oh, Haas really screwed up Magnussen's strategy today. Bad. And blue flags didn't help either. But Hulkenberg, hopefully, will be able to hold. Oh, God. Gasly's now within a second of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's tires are gone. This is how boring this race is right now. They're literally talking about Liam Lawson and rookies coming into Formula One next season. Does Formula One not see this and see how. 16-second lead for Lando Norris. Damn it. Gasly up into 9th, Hulkenberg down to 10th. As Norris has gone up to Hulkenberg, so Hulkenberg's going to have to slow. Man, that tire just like, look at the. "46-lap-old hards," and Alonso's now catching him. Although I would imagine that even if Stroll caught him, he wouldn't lose. Let's see. If you were to pit Hulkenberg now, he loses 20 seconds, so he would lose 5, 7. So he wouldn't fall behind Ocon. He would fall to 13th. But he would be on a much better compounded tire with 10 laps to go. Because Alonso's going to catch Hulkenberg here and lose that point. Like, you might as well try something here. God, I just feel like they should probably pit Hulkenberg because now here comes Alonso. There went the 1 point we had. Jesus. Man, this race has just been god awful. Piastri wasted the one opportunity he had. At chasing down Leclerc for the podium. You might as well pit Hulkenberg at this point. What? This is how boring this race is. They're showing weird, like, replays of, like, Lando going into one of the chicanes there. Like, that's just so, like, oh my god. Like, literally, there's nobody within a second of each other. Magnussen, Tsunoda, and Sargent are still going at it. Like, this is just ugly. Seven laps to go. Come on, Piastri. Let's make this exciting towards the end, please. Wow, the Constructors' Championship will be within 31 points after today. I wonder, can we go back to the days of when we had reliability issues in Formula One? Maybe that would be 5 laps to go. Sorry, that was the most random thought process. But like, All these cars are so reliable now that, like, we rarely ever have retirements. Like, here's a race where there's going to be no retirements from the race. Like, this point, if anything happens, we'll get a red flag, but it depends. Oh my goodness. This has been hard to watch. We had excitement early on in the race. But once Norris got by Verstappen, it just Norris and McLaren have just been killing it today. Like, they're just absolutely fast. I just don't think Oscar's like, they're showing Oscar and Leclerc like Oscar's going to chase down Leclerc, but like, the thing is Leclerc's actually lapping faster than Verstappen right now. So I mean, if anything, Verstappen could get caught by Leclerc. Three laps to go. Norris just chugging along. Chugging along. God, Norris is up 20 seconds on Verstappen. What the hell? This is horrible, guys. This race. What is this? Yeah, this race is over. Congratulations to Lando Norris on his victory with a lap and a half to go. Norris is going to win. Verstappen second. Leclerc third. Piastri's not catching Leclerc. Piastri will finish fourth. Sainz, I will say, Sainz had a really good drive today because, you know, after losing his gearbox early on in the weekend and lost all that track time, he's really been able to, you know, he was really behind the eight ball most of the weekend, and he's really put up a good effort today to finish in fifth. Perez sixth, Russell seventh, Hamilton eighth, Gasly ninth, Alonso 10th. Yeah, basically this will be the finishing order because nobody's gonna. Nobody's got like maybe Ricardo gets by Stroll here. It really doesn't matter because Stroll's got his time penalty. Great job, Lando Norris, with I mean, that's a dominant victory for Lando Norris today. Absolutely what the? That timing screen just went really weird. They just had to close it. Great job by Lando to finish first. Oh, what the hell is this? Couldn't tell. There was all that smoke. That was dangerous. What the hell are they thinking? Great job by Lando today. I gotta say it. Lando just absolutely dominated this race over Max. Max just had no answer. And Lando got fastest lap of the race. Like, great job to Lando Norris today. Just absolutely dominated Max all race long. Once he, after the start of the race where he just didn't get a really good start, and he caught back up to Verstappen, and once he passed him, I mean, just absolutely dominated this race. But we're going to go ahead and end it there. Lando Norris with victory in the Netherlands. Congratulations to him. The podium, Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc with a great drive for Ferrari. Only 2.5 seconds behind Verstappen, so that was a great job by him. Piastri just finishes outside of the podium in 4th. Carlos Sainz, great drive by him to get 5th. Perez, decent enough drive for him today, finishes 6th. Russell 7th, Hamilton 8th. Gasly 2 more points to Alpine's record in 9th, and Fernando Alonso in 10th place. But guys, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream of the Dutch Grand Prix. Join us next weekend for more racing action. But guys, for the American F1 fan, I'm Eric Ringel, signing off.